Welcome back to Scandalous Los Angeles TV, where we expose the exposers. So yesterday, DZ from SBGB TV interviewed the alleged victim in Big U's case, Dale Morrison. Since SBGB TV surfaced on the scene, his platform has oddly become a voice for multiple sex offenders and federal informants, something that definitely raises red flags. What stands out even more is that he's only been covering figures like Porky and Lucy for about 3 months. Before that, most of us hadn't even heard of him. Now, in such a short time, it almost feels like he's acting as if he's the one who's been exposing these guys all along. He jumped into a conversation that was already being discussed long before he showed up, acting like he's the one breaking the story. I'm not hating on DZ though. When I first saw his live, we actually supported him. We thought he might feel the same way we do about the exposers, so we even sent him the CS2 back paperwork, letting him know there was documented proof on Porky. We were on his side at first, thinking he was keeping it 100. But lately, I've been noticing some funny movements in him, and I can't ignore it. It's not just the timing, but it's also how he handles content. If you react to or use his material, you'll quickly get an email warning that he'll send you a strike if you don't take it down. That's something you expect from bigger platforms like Vlad TV. Even money from Demon Time Exotics lets others use his content as long as they place a link to his video in the description box. But DZ doesn't extend that same courtesy. He's even used my content on his channel, yet I didn't threaten him with a strike or make any demands. But DZ? He's quick to pull the strike card when it's someone else. That kind of behavior speaks volumes about his character. His actions speak louder than his words. And the more I pay attention, the more it feels like there's something else going on beneath the surface. This isn't about hate. It's about noticing some movements that just don't sit right. I wanted to support him, but these actions are making it harder to see him as just a well-meaning podcaster. There's definitely more to the story, and it's worth paying attention to.
What's going on, Dale, man? We appreciate you calling in, my brother, and we wanted to definitely rap to you about a few things. And, we already know where some of the things stand at, but we do want to hear from you, you know what I'm saying? Because it is what it is. The situation is what it is. We want to hear some things from you about the situation. And you can confirm to us what was going on, with Big U extorting you. What was going on, with Big U extorting you. What was going on, with Big U extorting you?
I think, I'm not completely ready for the call. But the person that called me right now, is a very important person to me. And, they wanted me to kind of just, say something, right now, but maybe sometime we could schedule something that's a little more, appropriate and, give me a time to think. 'Cause every day I'm waking up, it's a new blow. Sometimes it's hard to just, take a real grasp on everything because, I've been lost in the sauce, and it's real easy to get lost in the sauce. And even with this case, and, we kind of get lost, like, you got this stuff where, like, you're a rat, you're a snitch. And, it's interesting, the other day, one of my homegirls had a situation where she was kind of, she didn't want to tell nobody about it. And, I'm like, man, you got to go deal with this shit because this else, and, but it's like, it's so much going on for me. I want to be in like a good state of mind to speak. But I think I can, probably talk a little bit right now, but maybe not, not too much.
Okay. Well, let us know, what you want to tell us. I might ask you a few things, honestly, but what you want to tell us?
Well, at this point, I don't really want to tell anything. And you know what? That's not true. I want to some shit.
Let's go.
Like I really do. Well, that's the thing, right? I can't be reactive. I can't be, you know what I'm saying? Just jumping, jump and just go, because it's a lot to it, and I don't want things to get lost in the sauce. The main thing that I've realized in the last couple of days, and I always kind of known this, right? And you got, I don't know if you, well, I'm sure you know now because of who contacted us, that Marciano was one of my best friends.
Dime Droppin' Dale just said Marciano was one of his best friends. Marciano is the man that Lucy and Glitter stripped completely naked at no jumper on camera.
And Marciano is one of my best friends, and it's a lot to say. It's a lot that I want to say. It's just, can't be too reactionary. But when I see a lot of this stuff, I realize that a lot of this shit is for clicks, for views, for subscriptions, and it's how you make, how people make their livelihood. And I'm seeing a lot of things being distorted, a lot of things being cut, and the people are telling the story, and I don't have a chance to tell my story at all.
That's why
and so I want to. Well, yeah, but again, I don't. And so, just so you know, I've watched your thing before, and I like what you do, and I respect what you do. But it's just as I'm getting older, I don't want to be like very reactive, right? And just like, oh, my man just called me on the phone, I'm on the thing with SBTV. Oh yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to do that, because this is it's my entire life, and I'm just not in a really good place. But I do want to say that I do have a story. I do have a side. People are paying people $200, $300 to tell them things about me. Not a lot of this stuff is true, and I can't wait to tell them. And I can't wait to tell them. And I can't wait to tell them.
Del can't wait to tell. The irony in that.
My side.
The people, why we got you here, Del. At least, let the people know a little, something. You ain't got to go all the way into detail, but we already got somewhat of what the people are saying. The facts are of why, you feel what I'm saying, Big U was grabbed up. So the people want to, at least know the confirmation, because we know Loose Cannon is telling. You know what I'm saying? We know that you talk to the people. We know this, right? So we understand all that, but the people still want to know, hearing from you, the confirmation about Big U running this extortion game. And I just played the audio with you, Loose Cannon, and Jay Reed that Loose Cannon dropped like 6 months ago, confirming what he had supposedly done to you, running down on you in the likeness and for Big U. So, the people already heard all that. They just, a little confirmation from what's already out there will definitely, you feel what I'm saying? Let it be known.
I will say that phone call, right, which was recorded without my knowledge, and it was the same kind of thing.
So now Dale is trying to lie and act like he didn't know the phone call between him, Porky, and Lucy was being intercepted by the feds. When you examine the phone call that Porky put online, it seems like all three of them were working together on that phone call.
Because now I see it so I'll be like, fuck. But yeah.
No, remember, cuz when we came in there, I came in with my squad, cuz, and then remember we took everything. When we took everything, y'all niggas, we had to the spot. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man. conversation. Yeah, bro, I'm not recording you, nigga. I told you on neighborhood crib I'm not recording. I'm showing you that. Hey, but wait. Let's do this. See, bro. Like this, bro. Hey, everybody is out here. We're waiting on you. Yeah, no, but everybody out here. But what I'm trying to tell you is, like I'm not harboring or anything like that. You good with me? You get what I'm saying? I'm not gonna do that. That's what I want to get to. That part. You get what I'm saying? On TikTok, but you have to understand, like, bro, the situation I had and I did say to you, it was only because of Big U, and you know that. It was only because of Big U, and you know that. It was only because of Big U, and you know that. I know that. Because you know, one of the things is like, you can take and you can create. You know what I'm saying? I'm a creator, so they can create and something we can make money in millions of different ways. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't the way it ain't the way the cookie crumbles. But shit, man. I mean, you sometimes because you have to stand on business. You know what I'm saying? If I'm telling you, cuz right now, today, cuz can't do nothing to you. He can't do nothing to you because he had to do something with me. But nigga, you have to also, nigga, give me, certain things that I'm saying cuz it's not a lie. You know all this stuff that I was doing for cuz who was cuz man? Who was the right hand man? Who was the nigga that was actually in the field? Hey, you know what? I know that. You know, I can't name none of them, but we know you're the go-to. Of course. Yeah, I know you're the go-to. I see it. Yeah, of course. But what I'm saying is, like, the shit that I was doing, and I didn't want to lay y'all niggas down. I didn't want to do certain things to y'all. You know what I'm saying? But cuz Rod, you know what I'm saying? You know what to say. Nigga, you know what's going on. But at the end of the day, it's like, I got my own problem. I ain't know nothing what's going on besides that. Yeah, I know, but you know, we got wrapped up in that shit too. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what happened trickle down with Big U, but then nigga ultimately they got me. You know what I'm saying? We know why. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, well, shit, I mean, you saying you got something going, there's always gonna be something. But nigga, you know what I mean, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. Shit don't make sense to me no more, bro. You know that, cause dealing with the police, bro, and nigga, I don't think nobody can deny that, cause
The irony in 3 informants on a federal wiretap accusing Big U of working with the police.
that's how that's why Wack never respected Nipsey, because Wack knew shit about Nipsey that wasn't respectable. And he only know that because of us. I watch that shit. It might be true. You know what I'm saying? He got that recorded and Nipsey talking to the police and they trying to use it against him. Maybe it might be true, but shit. No, but what I'm saying is because it's like, you know, like with that situation on downtown or whatever, like they when the feds came and got you, because I used to think they just got me a couple of months ago.
Please understand that after Lucy and Quick to Tell Dell were both approached by the feds before they got on this phone call. Now we're listening to them on a 3-way call facilitated by Wack100. Clearly all 3 of these guys were working together after agreeing to work with the feds.
Yeah, but what relationship me and you got? Nigga, if somebody can get to you because of me, how is that even? No, so basically they asked me about you because of the Big U situation. I guess, yeah, he said, but you the right hand of him. How they gonna ask me about it? Come on, you know what it is. They didn't ask me about then I thought about it is they asked me about information about you, but I know it's not coming from you because we already know what happened with that shoot. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? My man called me on the phone, and I was on boom. I was already on three different. You know what I'm saying? And then I always told Jay Reed.
Jay Reed is one of the men that was stripped and robbed at No Jumper by Lucy and Glitter. Jay Reed is also on Megan's Law after being convicted for the rape of a woman.
Like, stay away from that shit. You like the limelight. Damn, am I on thing right now?
Yeah, you on, Dale.
Okay, got it. Well, see, like let's see, what can I say? As far as loose cannon go, I don't think he works for the police. I don't think he's telling. I think he's lost in the sauce, kinda.
Look how the rat-tailed Dale is trying to protect Lucy. I guess none of us can see Lucy and the exposer's cooperation in this case.
I think he wants the celebrity, he wants the clout and stuff like that. I do think he might end up telling because of what Big U has done to him too.
So now that the exposers have unleashed their secret weapon in Dale, the federal informant, Dale goes onto DZ's live stream and tells us that Lucy isn't a rat. But he probably will rat due to all the things Big U did to him. This is the federal informant, making Lucy Coochie a victim like himself. Now all of the sudden, thanks to Dime Droppin' Dale, the man who called himself the Boogeyman is now a victim.
He already took the proffer agreement. He already took a proffer. I just put it up there.
Oh, okay.
So he's definitely telling.
Now Lucy is definitely telling, and he probably will end up having a proffer session. But the paperwork DZ showed is talking about a government proffer, not a proffer session with Lucy. When DZ put up Lucy's paperwork, he read the first sentence that says, "Based on the allegations set forth in this complaint, information set forth in the government's proffer." Because it says proffer, DZ assumed that Lucy had a proffer session occur. When you go to Google and ask, "What does this term mean?" it says this: "This statement means the basis for a legal decision or action, like a charge or a lawsuit, is the information and allegations presented in a formal complaint, along with any additional information provided by the government in a proffer, a formal offer of evidence or information." Here's a breakdown. Based on the allegations set forth in this complaint. This means the legal action is founded on the claims and accusations made in the formal complaint filed by the plaintiff or prosecutor. Information set forth in the government's proffer. The government is offering additional information or evidence, a proffer, to support the allegations in the complaint. Proffer. In legal terms, a proffer is a formal offer of evidence or information, often made in court or during a legal proceeding. In essence, the legal action or decision is based on the combination of the initial allegations in the complaint and any additional information provided by the government in its proffer. So as you guys can see, this isn't the queen for a day thing that we've all heard so much about thanks to Keefe D. This shows that DZ and Lieutenant Love's boys both jumped the gun on this one.
Proffer. You know what I'm saying? I'm hearing they took a proffer. Let's look up proffer. I looked up the government proffer. They try to say you agreeing to what you signed. I said, no. That ain't what it is, bro. No, that's not what it is, bro. I looked it up earlier. Okay, look, let's look up the government proffer. Government proffer's telling. Okay, let's check it out. We're going to read it together. Okay. In a government proffer, somebody screenshot that and read it. Screenshot. I'm going to read it to y'all. In a government proffer, individuals under criminal investigation or prosecution enter into a written agreement to provide information to federal law enforcement, potentially in exchange for leniency or immunity, but with the understanding of false statements or omissions could lead to prosecution. Do y'all know what that means? Because sometimes I got to read things over because everyone's not too sharp. Let me read it one more time, then I'm going to go over it. All right? In a government proffer, individuals under criminal investigation or prosecution enter into a written agreement to provide information to the federal law enforcement, potentially in exchange for leniency or immunity. So, now let me break that down. You under investigation, all that stuff, prosecution, right? You enter a written agreement, proffer, okay, to provide information to the federal law enforcement, okay? You're writing them information to the federal law enforcement, right? Potentially in exchange for leniency to get off or immunity. So you're giving them information. So if you take a proffer, you tell him.
These guys are trying to claim that Lucy had a proffer agreement with the feds, using the paperwork that mentions a government proffer as the reason he wasn't granted bail. But here's the thing. Anything Lucy says during a proffer session would not be used against him. It's essentially a shield for the individual, not a weapon that can be turned against them, unless it is later discovered that the individual lied. People sign proffer agreements to keep them out of jail, not to get their bail denied. This is how you know Love's boys and DZ clearly don't understand what a government proffer is, and their interpretation of the paperwork is way off. This isn't just a misunderstanding. It's a misrepresentation of the facts that will not hold up under any level of scrutiny.
Yeah.
I just put the
you know, a lot of times, right? A reflection of what happens to you through life is a reflection of what you've done through life. And I think that, when you look at, even the Nipsey Hussle situation and, what Nip and, Big Man went through, it's like we're not dealing with one of the best peoples in the world. We're dealing with, a lot of these people are pro-black only when it matters. Even one day I seen Loose Cannon on the show talking about, oh yeah, y'all niggas like Willie Lynch, y'all want me to get locked up and this and then that. But then, you know what I'm saying, you just fucking jump Marciano, bro. The nigga's 60 years old. You took him off his clothes and it's only pro-black sometimes. They're only community people sometimes. And nobody really knows these people. When you look at Nip contract, 10 years for 30%, that shit's fucking demonic.
10 to 20% is the standard rate for an entertainment manager. And it's common for an artist to pay anywhere within that range. Nipsey signed for 30%. But that wasn't just Big U's doing. Steve Lobel was working alongside him, and it was 15% for each of them. So, it wasn't as outrageous as some might think. What's really crazy is hearing Rat Tail Dale talk about demonic when he was caught sex trafficking children. That's a whole different level of hypocrisy. What's even wilder is how Big U is being labeled as demonic for charging 30%. Yet no one called out Bob Arum of Top Rank when it was revealed he was taking 70% of Manny Pacquiao's earnings. Or how about Comedy Central? Nobody called them demonic when they made Dave Chappelle sign a contract that gave them ownership of his image and likeness in perpetuity, throughout the universe, meaning forever, even beyond the contract itself, and anywhere, even in space.
Oh, these contracts are crazy. You should hear the terminology they say in these contracts. To use your name and likeness in perpetuity throughout the universe. Who the fuck could possibly know what that means? Nobody does. It's so complicated, in fact, that when you're a kid like me, you have to hire somebody to tell you what that means. And you sit down at a table and you do the contract game. And that's how I got with Comedy Central. I signed the contract. But I signed the contract the way the 28-year-old expectant father that was broke signs a contract. I was desperate. I needed a way out, and it wasn't good money, and it wasn't good circumstances, but what else am I gonna do, I said. And all these white people sitting at that table told me, trust us, Dave, it's a good contract. And I looked around the table, and they all seemed to agree it was a good contract. But what if it was like that game of three-card Monte? What if they were all friends and I didn't know it?
But here we are, attacking Big U for a business deal. Let's keep it real. Big U didn't pull a gun on Nipsey and force him to sign that contract. At the end of the day, it was a business decision. The double standard here is obvious.
Right? When a motherfucker doing something good in the hood and you want to chase him out and belittle him and shit like that, like you know the type of person that you kind of dealing with. Some people tell me like, yo, D, keep your head up. That shit was gonna happen, and no matter what. And I just hate the fact that I'm a part of it, or I'm a part of it. But why was I even in that situation? Even after the feds had got me,
The people already know what it is, though, Dale. You feel what I'm saying? So
I don't think they know. They know what they're being told, and then remember, there's a complaint, and then there's an indictment, and then there's something stronger than even that, right? So a lot of complaints and indictments are being pieced together to do and say certain things, and I do respect this shit. And I do understand, the business part of it. I do know that, what I'm saying, a lot of this stuff is for, and like I said, I watch you, and I know the man that hooked us up. There's nobody more pro-black than this guy, you know what I'm saying, brother, sister type thing, and I respect him a lot, but just afford me some time to think, and maybe we can have a pre-discussion about the agenda here. What are we trying to do? Because everything should have a purpose to it, and a purpose to uplift our people. You know what I'm saying? Like, even when I think about Big U and I think about Loose Cannon, and there's anger and there's animosity and there's hurt and there's all of this shit involved in it. You know what I mean? I still know that as black people, we're still fucking products of our environment. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people think for me to win, you got to lose. And, that's a big problem. And that's what my brand, Everybody Eats, was always about. Like, we can all kind of survive the way you got 50 jewelers on the same block, but they can all get along. You know what I'm saying? It's not really dog eat dog. But some people are from a world where it's just dog eat dog, you know what I mean? And that's part of my agenda, that it ain't fucking got to be like that. You know what I'm saying? That a black man ain't got to step on another black man. The old niggas ain't got to step on the young niggas, to where they can't breathe. Like, this shit, you know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot that goes on. And I want to kind of have a purpose for it. I want to have, a direction of where we're going. And, I'm kind of just thrown in right now. And I know that I'm not supposed to let that happen to me. And so, I'm probably going to stop talking, but at the same time, I would like to talk off this thing and see what I'm trying to do, you know what I mean? And kind of go like that. But,
I'm just trying to get your situation out there on your side, Dale, whereas though the people can understand, the reasoning, you know what I mean? Because it's a reason for everything in life. And, we all got to make our own decisions.
Is.
So,
well, I think the biggest thing for me about how I ended up where I ended up is because it's like someone trying to break you, and then it works. I don't know if your girl, if you ever had a girlfriend or somebody that tried to get you mad, and then it actually works. And then, someone's trying to break you, and then I was fucking broken. And I'm not, I don't have the fire that I used to have, the ambition that I used to have. I don't have any of that thing, right? So yeah, man. I think, like I told Kraft, you know what I'm saying? We could definitely have that conversation. I mean, there's people offering me $5,000, $10,000. I haven't really taken any of them. And you've already gotten, because, I can't work no more. I can't be outside no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's very tricky for me. It's very fucked up. For me, it's fucked up for a lot of people. But, let's just have that conversation and then, go from there. I think.
All right, Dale.
I appreciate that, man. I appreciate you letting me off today.
Yeah, hey, listen, man. I appreciate you calling in, man. I just, wanted to ask you, so because the people look at it like, what Big U did was foul. The people look at it like, what Big U did was foul. The people look at it like, what Big U did was foul.
DZ just said that people see what Big U did as foul. But who exactly is he referring to when he says people? Is he talking about Porky, Lucy, and Love's Boys? Last time I checked, you're innocent until proven guilty. But I guess that doesn't apply in DZ's court.
You know what I'm saying? Even though we know that you did what you did and it's foul because you was out there.
I could say, yeah, it's foul. It sucks, and it's a lot of foul things. And I'm not the only one that foul things happen to. And yeah.
I mean, it's going down. It's already going down, Dale. So what it is. If people did what they did, and it is what it is. That bid, people got delay in it. So we gotta take it from here. Life keeps on going regardless of what happened, and it is what it is. It done went down.
Yeah, and then as we go through what happened, there's a lot of people that this shit's happened to all across, I think, and for different reasons. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, looking at this shit like, well, yeah, man, we'll talk. And hey, thanks for reaching out.
Now we know that it was DZ that reached out to the federal informant Rat Tail Dale, and not the other way around.